this moron number one?
It is.
Put moron number two on the phone.
No problem, Jimmy.
Tell me what's going on here.
Well, I'm wearing custom Christopher Kane, of course, silhouette for the times, material for the present.
Oh my God, I almost died!
So, ladies and gentlemen, just when I thought I could sit down and enjoy the rest of my evening, there is another cringe video I have to do a reaction to you for. And this one, boy oh boy, it just highlights the worst fear I have possible going into 2024. So without further ado, folks.
Yes, hallelujah, it's the video show. And now, the man the BBC calls...
Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I was getting ready for a nice, cozy afternoon in front of the TV, catching up with The Night Agent on Netflix. I'm rather enjoying that show, and it's made me giggle for all the, well, you know, the predictable reasons we get in entertainment so far, but something else that made me giggle. And I'm glad I did not make a video about this last night, because some additional news has dropped about this particular viral video right now. What am I talking about, you may ask? Well, me and my beautiful Miss Moneypenny AI right there. Well, she's actually not AI. It's the great J. Scott Campbell, of all people, giving us his rendition of, well, a buxom blonde who happens to be a science major, but somebody who isn't excelling in the arts of being a scientist is not this fine gentleman that you see in front of me. It's the absolute shit show who decided to film this and made themselves public enemy number one. Let's have a listen to this, boys and girls, because it is absolutely hilarious.
When an adult employee misgenders you intentionally.
While he's talking, you're talking.
You just misgendered me again.
Uh-oh.
Multiple times.
No.
Wasn't intentional, but if you want to take it personal, that's also.
Well, she did do it intentionally twice.
You're talking to me too.
You said she and then you said he.
You're being condescending, and if you want to continue, I have full authority to escort you out the building right this moment. If you want to play that game with me.
Okay.
Would you like to continue 3 days?
Okay.
I really don't mind.
I'm good, I'll just put this on.
You're going to be surprised who the person behind the camera is. I thought it was just a member of Joe Public, but no, it only gets much more worse than this. Now, this Delta Airlines employee here, give this guy a raise, absolutely, because he's obviously been HR trained or been corporate trained by the airliner when confronted by complete idiots of any establishment. In this case, it's a person who belongs to the ABC Mafia, because, hey, never mind getting Jimmy Serrano really pissed off from Midnight Express or Midnight Run with Robert De Niro even. No, we're confronted with a complete buffoon behind the camera who thought, hey, you know what? I'm just going to do an exercise where I'll walk up to a corporate entity like Delta Airlines and try and shame their employee in front of the camera. And apparently this individual didn't mind the gentleman in question to post this clip online. What's actually happened now is that the person behind the camera is getting a ton of backlash, and the video is just getting completely ratioed for all the right reasons. And in fact, when this gentleman here, I think his name is Tristan, when he says you're being condescending and the guy goes, ooh, well, isn't that more condescending than how he's being reacted to, right?
If you want to continue, I have full authority to escort you out the building right this moment. If you want to play that game with me. Okay. Would you like to continue 3 days before Christmas? I really don't mind.
Yep, don't play those stupid ABC Mafia games, right? Because no one has time or the patience for this. And if you see who the individual is in question, Tommy Dorfman accuses Delta Airlines staff of transphobia in the now viral airport row video. Tommy Dorfman, if you don't know who he is, was one of the stars in 13 Reasons Why, which I never watched on Netflix. It looked very depressing. And this is a 31-year-old gentleman, by the way. So this individual walks up to the Delta Airlines counter and expects to be addressed as she. But apparently the person behind the counter, well, can clearly see they're a man dressed as a woman. So can you actually blame them for accidentally misgendering Tommy Dorfman's
Put a chick in it, make her gay!
persona? And the fact he's actually called Tommy Dorfman, you didn't change your name, did you, dude? You know, maybe to Thomasette Dorfman, if you want to be affirmed as a female, a non-biological female. Do you see what I mean, ladies and gentlemen? We're living in la la cuckoo land here. And I think the biggest fear you have to worry about is not being bullied at work, but being bullied by somebody who you've misgendered accidentally. I guarantee that's going to be the number one reason why people go on sick leave in 2024. But let's read this article here, care of the Independent. The 30-year-old, or should I say the 31-year-old, 13 Reasons Why star reintroduced himself as a trans woman in 2021. Tristan, the employee, said he was fine with me posting this because Mr. Tristan himself obviously knew which way this video reaction was going to go. Didn't realize it was condescending to flag a human rights violation after another employee misgendered me incessantly. And I'm guessing that Mr. Dorfman is actually just doing this for clicks. So this is Tommy Dorfman's IMDb page. And what does their biography say right here? Tommy Dorfman is an actor, writer, photographer, and incessant narcissist who has hassles people at airports, namely the staff behind Delta Airlines counters and probably other airports in question. He graduated with a degree in acting, well, certainly played a fool today, didn't they? Known for his role as Ryan Shaver on 13 Reasons Why, Tommy has since worked in television, film, theatre, and social media. Recently starring in Jeremy Q, or Jeremy O even. Harris's hit play Daddy at the Signature, blah, blah, blah. Okay, who cares? Don't really care about that. And what have they done recently? So in 2022, they starred as a bartender because quite clearly they can't even get a leading role in the project Sharp Stick. The Shrew Process, which again's got 4 out of 5. Fracture, which was in 2021. Love in the Time of Corona, as in the beer, not the other Corona. Acting for a Cause. So basically, all the shows Tommy Dorfman has appeared in have been worthless pieces of junk. So on that one, ladies and gentlemen, what more do I have to say? Nothing except, well, Mr. Dorfman is going to probably be getting less work and will find that the resume will be as dry as an old hag hooker who can only charge $2 for a shot. And ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed my annoyed reaction today at that poor Delta Airlines employee who stood his ground, who was trained in the adversity of dealing with lunatics who think you need to pander to their woes, their cause. The Pandaverse, yes, a made-up thing from the creators of South Park, courtesy of Mr. Matt Stone and Trey Parker, which is now transversed into real life when you think about it, because you now have to pander to everyone's needs. And I do think actually when normies see this video and realize that they're not taking any more of their shit, just like Twisted Sister's famous song, then you know what to do. Hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and if I were you, and if you were me, or hang on a minute, did I misgender you in that salutation? No, I didn't, because you know why? I absolutely love each and every single one of you. Catch me, if I were you, on the next video.